morning everyone. Welcome back to our talk show. Recently, I just came back to UAE from India. I was on short vacation. So apart from that, so today is our guest. She is from medical profession and she is anesthesia. So let her introduce first. So hello Shweta, how are you?
Hi Vaji, I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing great. So Shweta, just tell me about yourself.
My name is Shweta Singh and I'm working in UAE since 8 years. And I'm working in a Ream hospital and as an anesthesia technician. We are basically assisting the anesthetist. And I'm from Delhi, but I studied in Aligarh. And yeah, I finished this course from anesthesia from Aligarh Muslim University.
Okay, so you're working in Ream Hospital.
Yeah.
So what's the environment of the hospital?
It's great. The people are very friendly, especially our HR. They are very supportive and they talk to you every time if we have any queries, and they are very friendly staff. And we are working like a family. It's great.
Okay. So your main task is to sedate the patient.
Yeah, basically we are assisting the anesthetist, and what actually we do, we come in the morning and then we check our list, and as per the what is required, we prepare our room, prepare the machines, the medications, and then when the patient arrives, we talk to them, we make them comfortable, because usually patients are very scared.
Yeah, they're very
and surgeons, they always come after, so we are the first one who see the patient first, so we have to make sure that they are not anxious, because for us it's usual, but for them it's not a usual thing. They are coming for a surgery, so we make sure that they are comfortable, they are not anxious, and we try to give them some sedatives before surgery so they can calm down, and then we take them to the operation theatre. Then we assist our anesthetists, they give them anesthesia, and we will not leave the patients until they wake up after the surgery. And even after the surgery, we take care of their pain, if they are in pain, if they have any problem, until they go back to their room. So we are always there with them.
So Shweta, you used to sedate all type of patients, like means adult also or kids also?
Yeah, we have different age categories. We have adults, we have different types of patients, and we get kids, but not every day. Like we have particular days for the kids. But I'm really scared with the kids. I'm always conscious with the kids, because since I have a kid, I feel bad for them. It's very difficult when they cry, and sometimes even after surgery, I try to hold them until their parents come back to them. I always carry them, and I make sure that they don't cry. And I get emotional basically with the pediatric patients. But yeah, I get all age categories.
So Shweta, basically होता क्या है, जैसे आपने sedate कर दिया, तो आप मतलब ठीक है, आपको अपने पर कॉन्फिडेंस है, तो आपको पता है ओके, आई विल गिव this much amount of dose, और it's enough to sedate the patient. तो कभी कभी ऐसा होता है कि आप क्रॉस चेक करवाते हो, कि आप देखते हो?
I always do that, because for adults ये हमारी practice में है. We do it every day, and you get used to of it, and you know this is the thing. But for pediatric, you have to dilute the medications. So I know that what I have to do, but still I always make sure with my seniors that I prepared it well. I don't want to risk it, and I always cross check it. I always tell my seniors to come and help me. I always ask for extra hands. I never try to be overconfident in especially with pediatrics. I never do that.
Yeah, I think there is no harm to cross check.
It's because we are dealing with lives, and if we miss any of it, you cannot get it back. So you have to be careful, and you cannot be overconfident with this job, especially when you're dealing with lives.
So is there any classification of anesthesia?
Yeah, there are different types. We give general anesthesia, which is like you'll be completely sleeping. There is spinal and epidural anesthesia, because some of the ladies, they are receiving epidural during the pregnancy. So in this case, the lower part of the body will be anesthetized, and there is regional, which is called like nerve blocks, in which we can just anesthetize the particular part of the body. Like if the surgery is in the knee, so we'll try to only anesthetize the one leg, not the other leg. So yeah, there are different types. There is local also, where we just anesthetize the particular part, not the whole organ.
So why did you choose this profession?
Actually, my papa, he wanted me to be a doctor, and I was just an average student since school. I was not so good student, and then there was issues with the money as well. कि मैं private schools afford नहीं कर सकती थी, private colleges to go for MBBS, and government I didn't get selected. And then I have a choice of to be a nurse or to be an anesthesia technician. And then you'll not imagine, my grandmother, my nani, उन्होंने मुझे बोला कि I think बेहोशी better है, ज़्यादा कुछ करना नहीं पड़ेगा और ये थोड़ा अच्छा होगा, which is basically same hard working as the nursing staff, but yeah, she's the one who chose this for me, and I think I don't regret it.
मतलब पेशेंट को सुलाना आसान है फिर आराम से
She
निकल
think
जाओ।
that, yeah. She used to think कि अरे बस दवाई देनी है और फिर
हाँ।
बैठ जाना है, तुम्हें ज़्यादा मेहनत नहीं करनी पड़ेगी, you will not touch the blood, you will not touch any dirty thing, so it's good, it's clean job. So she's the one who decided this profession for me.
So how long do you stay in the OT room?
Until we finish the list, because every day in the morning we get a number of cases, like in each room there are some cases assigned, and then until we finish we have to stay there. Yeah, we don't leave the patients.
Okay. So tell me about your family.
My family here right now, I have a son,
Okay.
a dog, and I have a nanny, and my husband, he's not staying here with us, he's in India right now.
Okay.
Yeah, but my son is staying with me.
So how do you manage all things alone?
I'm doing well, actually. Yeah, you have to. You cannot give your 100% to everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes I have to compromise from your work, and sometimes I have to compromise from your family. And I still remember there were many incidents when, we had an argument, me and my husband, that why you cannot be here. And then I keep telling them, honestly speaking, I always give priority to my job. I never let them think that she's a mother. Now she become a mother, so she's just not giving her 100% to the job. So I never let them think this. And there was many time I miss my son's first word, his first meal, or his first step when he started talking. I miss so many things. I remember when he supposed to go to school, and I wanted to drop him to the school. And then I asked my husband, I can either drop him or I can either pick him. I cannot do both. But I wanted to do both. But it's not possible. You cannot just leave your job and you leave your, patients and come back to. But because if you are, you are committed to something, you have to do it. And these things are temporary, basically. But you cannot just, compromise with your work, which is just giving you money, giving you food, and. So I always, I give my priority to my job.
So your job is, I think, 9 to 5?
It's 7:30 to 5.
Yeah.
It's 9.5 hours.
Okay.
Basically, we have to complete 48 hours in a week. So I work for 5 days.
If you want to take rest after your job, means you can't take rest because you have a baby to take care of it, right?
I have a help at home, but sometimes because I'm the same time, like I'm compromising my family when I'm at work. So when I come back home, I make sure that I spend the rest of the time with him. I try to be more with him, because I have seen people here, the kids, they get more attached to their nannies. They don't get attached to their parents because most of the time they are outside, and if they are not working, they cannot survive here, because as many things are expensive, you cannot give your kids better education. So it's difficult, and I have noticed in the beginning, since my nanny, she's very good, and my son he's not sleeping without her, and it was kind, like emotional to me. And then I was like, no, I have to give him time. And then I play with him. I take him for swimming sometimes in the evening, and I take him out for a drive, or even for grocery, I try to take him with me. I know it's a big suffer, but I take him.
मदर्स लोग को फियर होता है कि कहीं हमारा जो बच्चा है वो ज्यादा अटैच नैनी से लोगों से ना हो जाए. You also have same type of feeling?
I have this feeling, and it's very common here. It's very common. They love their nannies more than their mothers.
They are spending too much time with nanny.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
why. So you are basically from Aligarh, or?
I'm from Delhi.
Okay.
I born in Delhi, and then I studied there until 4th standard, and then my father died.
Okay.
And then after that, we couldn't afford the schools there in Delhi anymore, and then my grandparents from my mother's side, my nana nani, they took me to Aligarh. for my further studies.
So you lost your father, I think, when you were 9 year old.
Yeah, I
So
was very young.
okay, how did you manage that moment?
I was very young and I was just trying to figure it out. And I still remember when I came from school, I had an exam, and then when I came back home, I was just changing, and somebody told me that your mother is sick. And I couldn't understand that what's happening, because she never felt sick. And then when they took me to Delhi, I remember when I came out from the bus, they were taking my father to this Shamshan. And because as they told me कि your mother is sick, तो मुझे लगा कि शायद मम्मी चली गई. मुझे अंदाज़ा नहीं था कहीं भी कि पापा होंगे. And at that moment I was thinking that they were leaving. अगर मैं थोड़ा भी लेट हो जाती तो मैं शायद उन्हें देख भी नहीं पाती. They didn't wait for me. Maybe just because they don't find girls as that important as like son. एंड उन्होंने मेरा वेट भी नहीं किया. एंड देन स्टिल किसी ने बोला कि अरे उसकी बेटी आ गई है, उसको एक बार चेहरा दिखा दो. एंड देन उन्होंने मुझे जब उनका चेहरा दिखाया, मैं इतना घबरा गई. मुझे आज भी याद है, मेरे मामा जी मेरे पीछे खड़े थे, एंड आई होल्ड हिम सो टाइट एंड आई क्राइड अ लॉट. आई कुडंट इवन टच हिम. मैं इतना ज़्यादा डर गई थी. एंड विच आई रिग्रेट नाउ कि आई विश कि मैं उन्हें लास्ट टाइम हग कर लेती या मैं उन्हें छू लेती. मैं उन्हें छू भी नहीं पाई. और उस वक्त मैं सीधा वहाँ से भागकर मैं मेरी माँ के पास गई, बिकॉज आई हैव सीन बोथ ऑफ देम लिविंग इट लाइक दे वर लाइक अ आइडल कपल फॉर मी.
Means it was your difficult phase, right?
Yeah, it was too difficult for me, and I was just imagining how I was not thinking, even at that time I was not thinking about me. I was thinking about my mother. कि वो हमेशा कहती थी कि आप नहीं होगी मैं क्या करूँगी. Because मेरी मम्मी वो बहुत ज़्यादा पापा पे डिपेंडेंट थी. She never do anything outside. पापा सब कुछ करते थे, सब कुछ घर में जो भी होता था, मतलब वो कभी कुछ नहीं करती थी. She was completely dependent on my father. And I still remember, मैं रोड से घर तक भागते हुए यही बोलती आ रही थी कि मम्मी का क्या होगा, मम्मी का क्या होगा, कैसे होंगी. I just wanted to see her, कि वो इस वक्त क्या कर रही होंगी, क्योंकि वो हमेशा कहती थी तेरे पापा नहीं होंगे तो शायद मैं मर जाऊंगी. और मुझे ये डर था कि कहीं वो कुछ कर ना लें. मैं इमेजिन नहीं कर पा रही थी. और जब घर आई तो वहाँ सब लोग बहुत अजीब अजीब सी चीज़ें हो रही थी. मम्मी बिना बिंदी के, मैं कभी उन्हें ऐसे देखा नहीं था. शी लव टू डू मेकअप. वो बहुत सिंदूर लगा के रहती थी, और ऐसे उन्हें देखना बहुत अजीब लग रहा था. और ऐसे में भी देयर वर सम पीपल जो बहुत अजीब बातें कर रहे थे कि अरे बेटा बेटी नहीं होती, अच्छा था भगवान बड़ा बेटा ही दे देता, इसकी बेटी क्यों है, बेटा इतना छोटा क्यों है, अब ये वैसे ही दुखी रहेगी. मतलब दे वर थिंकिंग के having a daughter as an elder kid, it's a drawback for my mother. They were thinking like that I cannot take care of my family. And I was not even understanding that. और कुछ लोग तो मुझे ये भी बोल रहे थे कि बेटा अगर तुम कमाओगे नहीं ना तो तुम्हें खाना भी नहीं मिलेगा. Like I'm still small to get this, and how can you just tell me all these things? But somehow we were okay. मेरे नाना नानी इन्होंने मुझे बहुत support किया. और yeah, they took me with them. और मेरी मम्मी को, मेरे भाई को उन्होंने दे मेक श्योर कि मेरा भाई बहुत छोटा था, वो मम्मी के बिना नहीं रह पाता, तो उसको दिल्ली में ही रहने दिया मम्मी के पास. और उसके बाद फिर मैं नाना नानी के साथ रही until I finished my college. And so same time I feel like I have two homes, because I'm more connected to my nana nani than my mother.
आपने इतना स्ट्रगल फेस किया है, सीरियसली आई गॉट टेयरी आईज. मतलब आप काफ़ी इंडिपेंडेंट हो, इतना कुछ आपने सहा है. Seriously, you are a source of inspiration to many people.
Thank you so much.
तो श्वेता, आप कैसे, जब आपको बहुत ही गुस्सा आता है, how you control your anger?
I'm very short tempered, and I mostly when I get angry I cry. I don't get aggressive. I cry most of the time, and I really cry badly. And with small things, like since my husband left, I have to manage everything at home. and with my son. And when I cannot control him or he get angry, I cry with him because I cannot hit him, I cannot do anything, so I just cry. But and then I take a time, I just close myself in the room and I think that because there is no one to talk to me, so I just try to talk to myself that I have to calm down and I have to, because there is no one to control the situation, and if you will be in this condition you cannot control it, so get up and do it. So I just do that.
आपका बेटा आपका सुनता नहीं है, you don't want to listen you, then what you do at that moment, how to control him?
I know it's very weird condition. I remember जब वो बहुत like I think आज से 6 महीने पहले he was like 3 years old. मैंने उसे बहुत जोर से थप्पड़ मारा and I cried whole day like why I slapped him. और जब वो सो रहा था I hugged him, I kissed him, and since then I never hit him again. मैं उसे मारती नहीं हूँ. There are situations जब बच्चे ऐसा करते हैं. What you have to do is to make them understand कि ये गलत है, or just leave them for some time, or just try to hug them. This is the best thing you can do. Just try to explain to them कि वो जिस चीज़ के लिए रो रहे हैं, this can wait. Just listen to your mother. For my son, he's a little stubborn, but at the end, all the kids, they understand. No matter how your kid is, how old is he, they understand everything. It's up to you how you make them understand. If you hit them, they get more aggressive. So hitting them is not a solution. So I never do that. I just try to hug him. I know he shout, he cry, I hug him tightly, and I don't leave him until he get calm. That's how I do.
It's nice. Yeah. Shweta, I heard from one of my friends that you suffered from a cardiac arrest. I think recently it's
it was in January. It was in December, actually 2021. It was 26th December. I still remember because my salary was delayed and my check was due. My because I'm studying, so I have to pay my fees, my rent. There was many issues happening. I'm not telling that it's about the check or the money, because sometimes you collected so much of your stress and then one day you get burst. So this what happened with me, because what important is when you get stressed, you need someone to share with, and I never did, because I know my if I'll tell my mother, she'll be stressed, because this is what happened when you tell your parents, they get stressed, so you try to ignore, you don't tell them, and when you don't have friends also, you just keep it inside you. So the same incident happened to me. That since morning I was having palpitations, my heart rate was very high, and then I tried to tell my doctors that I'm not okay. They gave me some sedatives and I slept for like couple of hours, and I don't know, suddenly I just got up, and then I told them कि मैं थोड़ा walk कर लेती हूँ तो maybe मुझे थोड़ा अच्छा लगेगा, because I'm just lying here for 2 hours. And then they said okay. I got up, I went to the washroom. When I came back, I suddenly felt my chest is like like somebody stabbed me, and it was like a crushing pain. I couldn't tolerate it. It was so horrible, and I felt everything got in dark. और मुझे ऐसे लगा कि now I'm just dying. I will not survive. And then they put me into the bed. They give me painkillers. They give me morphine, जिससे मैं थोड़ा सा calm down हो जाऊँ. Then I still remember they took me to this Sheikh Khalifa hospital, and I was there in critical care unit for like 5 days, and I was on sedatives. I was sleeping for 5 days, and when I got discharged, I didn't realize that I spent 5 days here. And because families was not allowed to see me, and there was a like particular time in daytime only, so my husband was coming for a couple of hours in the afternoon, and then whole night, whole morning, every day I was alone there. And even I didn't realize, because I was on sedatives. But in the end, they didn't diagnose anything. They didn't find any. All the reports was normal, but they just found out that I was just taking stress.
So Shweta, you are so young to face this scenario. Means this cardiac arrest, really it's very painful. So would you like to give any piece of advice to our viewers so that they can stay fit?
Yeah, actually, what I think, the people who are leaving their homes behind, and when they come here, you have to take care of yourself, and you need good friends to talk with. And honestly, I'm consulting a psychiatrist, and consulting a psychiatrist, it doesn't mean that you're a psycho. It's very normal. You should go to someone to talk with, and you should release your stress with, and take care of yourself, eat healthy, and give some time for your hobbies which you were doing in school times, which is important. We think that we already grown up, so we don't have to do anything. No, you need to have your at least half an hour to do what you like to do, like dancing, singing, drawing, whatever you like to do. And take care of yourself physically as well. Do exercise, running, walking, yoga, whatever is interested in, whatever you can do or you are comfortable to do, you have to do that, because you are the only one responsible for yourself, nobody else.
Yeah, well said. Seriously, in today's generation, means in today's world, basically you said that we can release our stress if we have good friends.
Yeah.
But you know, in today's is it easy to put trust in someone? Can you put trust?
It's not easy, because I have seen people, you know, they are having many groups on WhatsApp, and they are having like 1,000 friends on Facebook. But when they are alone, they are in trouble, nobody's around. I have seen such people, and honestly speaking, I have maybe, like, I can count on fingers the people around me. So I know you cannot trust anyone, but still you need to find someone who you can speak with. Just talk to your parents. I know, because sometimes they try to avoid their parents, not to tell them, that they'll think that they'll be stressed.
Yeah.
I understand. But if you'll keep it to you, it may harm you.
I think it's better to
talk to someone.
Yeah.
If you don't find your friends, I'm not telling you just go and outside, because this is not the age to make friends, honestly. Because you're not kid that you go to school and you make new friends. This is the age when you get colleagues or you get co-workers, but you don't get friends in this age. But you need to find people who, you know, you can just rely on. You may have your brother, your sister, your parents, your anyone.
Or we can do one thing, just jot down your emotions in your diary. That's it.
Yeah, that's I do.
Yeah.
I'm writing a lot.
तो वो डायरी में किसी के हाथ लगी तब क्या होगा?
No. For me, there's nothing as such secret, but yeah, I like, you know, recently when this Father's Day was there, people were posting everything on social media, and then I used to do that a lot, you know, posting everything on social media about all the birthdays, their pictures on status. But this Father's Day, I didn't post anything, and I honestly wrote a small note for my father, and I mentioned there, you know, why I write it there, because my father is not there, so he cannot see the status, so for whom I have to post it. So I didn't post it, so I just kept it in my diary, and I even didn't share it to my mother. And I remember the first line, because sometimes, you know, you just write it, and when you read it later, you find it that, you know, it's so touching. I remember I wrote it that I wanted to say thank you to my father for whatever he has done to me, but I will not say it, because कुछ रिश्तों में ना, मतलब कर्जदार रहना बहुत खूबसूरत होता है, and I want to stay like that.
बहुत अच्छी बात है.
And just by saying thank you, I cannot return him what he has given to me. So I just kept it. I'll not tell you the whole thing, because I just kept it for him. I didn't share it on social media. Yeah. So writing diaries is good. You have to, you know, keep writing if you have nobody to talk, because sometimes, you know, you get stressed at midnight and you will not call somebody to just disturb them. So write it. It's good.
Okay, so in order to, means if you want to free from any type of stress, you share many thoughts. Okay, just jot down the words, or you have friends.
Yeah.
But in terms of physical fitness, you would like to say anything?
In physical fitness, I'm not telling that you go for your, you know, like hardcore workout, but just at least, you know, start with walking. Walking is good.
Yeah.
And do some yoga, which is relaxing, because people, you know, not everybody is made for the gym. Not everybody they don't have time enough, you know, when they come back home, they're already tired. They have to cook for themselves because their family is not here. They have to do their, you know, house chores by themselves. So it's better you just, after dinner, go for a walk.
Yes, 30 minutes.
This is very easy. Yeah, you have to be active, because just sitting cannot help you. And I think it's good just having like morning yoga, like for 15 minutes. I think that will work.
So we have to end up the conversation here. मन तो नहीं जाने का श्वेता, लेकिन जाना पड़ेगा. So would you like to throw any message for our viewers, or means you would like to say anything about our channel?
Yeah, actually, what I like about your channel is that you know, you guys are bringing reality to the social media, which you'll not find on social media, because people are almost faking everything on social media. And when you look at like somebody's profile, you'll just find, you know, the highlights. You don't know what they are going through in their lives. And this is really nice when you know about somebody, and you know how they are suffering, how they are coming out. Like, everybody have problems, and it's a very like, through you we get to know that we are not only one who are suffering. There are many people, there are many women who are going through a lot, and they are struggling, they are hardworking. So I think it's a very good opportunity for me as well, just to express myself, like how I'm doing.
Yeah, great.
And one more important thing is that just stay courageous and stop comparing yourself just by seeing someone on social media, that someone is having an expensive car or a house or expensive stuff. You don't have to compare yourself. You are doing great. Just keep doing and compare yourself with yourself, and just imagine that what you can be after 5 years. And if you are stressing yourself right now just by seeing your situation, this will make you stressed. You'll maybe hospitalized, you'll maybe take antidepressants and go to psychiatrist like me. That's what I did. But honestly, just the same time when you are stressed, think of what you can be after 5 years. Maybe you'll be doing very great. You'll be success, and you'll be having everything you wanted. So just don't think of anything and don't stress yourself.
Okay, Shweta, thank you so much that you gave a precious time to us. Okay, then it's high time to say bye-bye, take care. Do subscribe our channel, like and share.
Hi guys, please like, share and comments and subscribe this channel. Thank you.